Okay, guys, what's up? I was, alright, so we're in again, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you know, in the last video, we did all the things in the museum, visited I think we visited the ratings. I cannot really remember. Um, and then we died and got stuck in in the building with the bucket. But while I was trying to play the game, while I was getting into the game and getting ready, it said, hold on, before we get started, can I say something?" So I'm just gonna start from here, guys. But before I get into it, guys, please remember to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other epic videos just like this one, and tell me on my way to 100,000 subscribers. Alright. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. No problem. A lot of people don't take that step seriously, they just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Do I get an achievement from this? That's how I know you care about this experience and you're paying attention. I don't even know. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting it are correct. It actually was. 2 minutes just passed by. So I'll make you a deal. Okay. Okay, let's see what the deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set your clock to your favorite time. Okay. Go ahead and pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time you read it. Thank you. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. My favorite time is 3:30. Oh, we continue from the Stanley Parable too. Nice. My favorite time is 3:30 because that's when I get back from school after the bus ride.
This is the story of a man.
Yeah, we saw that this is the story of a man named Stanley. Oh, I got an achievement. Welcome back. Let's go. Alright, so we obviously have all this stuff again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright.
What could it mean?
Well, what's this?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I don't want to pick up the bucket, because I just don't want to pick up the bucket. I feel like the bucket's starting to get a little bit annoying. I don't know why I'm turning off all the computers. It's really good achievement. See, there's a door over there, but how do you get there? Whatever. 16, not openable. 2015 now. Nope.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah,
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I did.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We're gonna do everything the wrong way.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
No, we've been friends.
Really,
oh, yeah, I know.
I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly
5.
gotten all of the
Alright.
Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the
Yeah,
last
I know
one.
where the last
And then
one
the
is too,
first
guys.
number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Yay.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all.
Okay.
You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Thank you. You took the red door, I think he said? No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
No, you
And
did
in the
not
end, it
put a
was
lot of
all for
time.
nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yeah, this is
Help
what I
me here,
wanted to
Stanley.
see.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I like the art. As long as you can expand on this, then that's a 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
Me.
How did I know the game needed a third door?
Me.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut.
Nope,
I
it's
really
me.
couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt
Except
it in my
that's
soul.
me.
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here,
Yeah, but it was
based on
me.
the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Not me. The Shanty Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Are these actual people? Anyways, I'm gonna take the right door. What the?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity.
Is this not the Stanley Parable too?
To give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Sure.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard.
Hey, don't
Did you
say that.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Spite you.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Okay. I'm not listening to you. If it's over, then it's over.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm not going to listen to you either.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright guys, I want to check through all the achievements. Complete the Stanley Parable. How do you do that? Test trophy, please ignore. Play the Stanley Parable on the entire duration of Tuesday. 88888. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 44 minutes until set all numbers on the menu to available numbers. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I want to see what the Figure Finders community meeting today. Get away from me, bucket. I wonder what 88888 would mean.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Shut up.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Shut up.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. Okay. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay. Thank you for shutting up. Anyways, this is probably the closest you can be to the ground. Anyways, now I'm gonna have to do this event. No. I do not.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
How do you even beat the Stanley Parable? Wait guys, I'm gonna pause the video real quick. I'm gonna search up how to do this. Hey guys, while I'm currently watching a video, please remember to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any of the epic videos. Anyways, let's get back to the Stanley Parable. Alright guys, we're back, and I'm gonna try to do the speedrun achievement. So, let's do it.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Fine. And Stanley found the collectibles. Oh my god. The memories
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
7 out of 6. I think I might know what the 8. I think I might know what the 8.
And here was the second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini-Stan? Can you remember? No. The boss's bathroom was the 4th place you found a Stanley, not the 3rd.
Oh.
Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the boss's bathroom feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
Oh, yeah. Could this dude shut up?
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh,
Really?
well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
So that's 4.
This was the 5th mini-Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Cool.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
Oh my god.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Why did I just hear something? Sorry, what now? This is brighter,
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh god. Oh my god. Alright, now I can finally sit on it.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines?
I don't
Let's
want
just
to keep
go
enjoying
backwards.
them.
We'll
No.
do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Oh my god, bro.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Oh my god, bro. This dude's addicted to figures like, I don't know, like alcohol.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Kids don't drink alcohol. Yeah.
Yes, I love that video.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Now you go to the poopy place.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Oh my god. Nope, that's the invisible wall.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Final one.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
No. Nope, I don't want to go. I don't want to keep going. No. 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 Let me escape.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
No. I don't want any more memories. I'm gonna guess I go backwards. Where's my vision like that?
Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
Does this man just keep yapping?
But he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory?
No.
Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Starting the speed run.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, let's keep going.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm following a tutorial right now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm watching a tutorial right now to do this, so...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I just gotta help power back up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This time I just gotta hope my stick drift doesn't.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, okay, what's happening? I gotta wait until I get to a blue place. I gotta wait till I get to a blue room. Oh my god. Come on, blue room. I don't know what the chance of the blue room is. Oh my god, come on. Screw this, I'm just gonna go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Alright, come on, come on.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Yeah, we were
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Alright, come on, I hope I get this achievement, guys.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Yeah, stop yapping.
And Stanley was happy.
At least I completed it. At least I did. Oh wait, I did get another achievement though. Yay. Alright, well guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. But until next time, please remember to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other epic videos just like this one. Until next time, guys.